Hello and welcome to Numberwang, the maths quiz that simply everyone is talking about. Well, if you're ready, let's play Numberwang.
That's a Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang. Ja, das ist Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
That's Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That's number one, but we don't want to give you that.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
Hey, fat man, that's number one.
That's a Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Turn to page Numberwang. Turn to page Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Turn to page Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
That's Numberwang.
Hey, fat man, that's number one.
That's Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
Hey, fat man, that's number one.
That's Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. Let's go to the maths board. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
That's Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
Turn to page Numberwang.
That's number 1, but we don't want to give you that.
That's Numberwang.
Answer the daily double wang.
That is statistically Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's the Numberwang bonus. Triple Numberwang to you. Everything hinges on this final round. Yes, it's time for Wanganum. Let's rotate the board. That's Wanganum. Bad luck. Most of you have been Wanganummed, but the one person who hasn't, you are today's Numberwang. That's all from Numberwang, but until tomorrow's edition, stay Numberwang, and remember out there, good Numberwang. Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Thursday, the 1st of December. It's December. It's getting cold, it's getting dark. I am joined by a very special guest in the studio this evening, who you probably can't see, but he's taken to eating the sofa again. Oh, here he is, there he is. He's making his presence known. So I've had him in here most of the day. I'm hoping he will settle. If not, I'm just going to have to mute the microphone. But yes, he's sitting here having a chat. But yes, he's in here. He's got his blankie. He's got his cardboard for chewing. Haven't you? Yes, you have, but you're not allowed out. No, because there's no one else here, and you eat the sofa, don't you? Yes, you do. What have you got on your nose? Got on your nose. Anyway, he'll probably come and say hello later on. Bow wow, indeed. No, it's not Dylan. It's Dexter, and he's noisy. So I'm going to look at him while I talk to you and say good evening to Ianyo and Colo and AB Me and Abe Minky, Puzzle Dan and James, Topper and Clyde, Not a Cat and It's Sotley. Good evening, Mark and Tadaru, and a message from our sponsor, Zeusless.
How to win Numberwang keycap 0 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 mute samster keycap 0 keycap 0 keycap 0 keycap 0 keycap 0 keycap 0.
Thank you very much for the 22-month subscription there, Zeus. And yes, you've discovered the tactics of winning Numberwang. It's be early and type 0. I need to go and add in manual 46. Message from our sponsor, Puzzle Down. Yeah, I need to go and add in manual 46, which will change that logic up a little bit. But yes, good evening to Arun and Zeus and Innes and Jack and Oni and BC, Fired and Shapes, Lupine, Shadowmane, Anisep, Derek, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. And it is game night. A lot to get through because we've had Numberwang. Well done to Tadaru on winning that, and we have got the pyramid. Are you hitting me, Dexter? Please stop hitting me. Who wants to come and talk into the microphone? We've got the pyramid. This one's been written by me. It's been a while since I've written a pack, so very much looking forward to sharing this with you. It's a little bit different, and it's a bit of a special pack. So, you want to show me the puppet, not a cat? There he is. Maybe he'll stop barking. Oh, hello. If he comes up here. No, there we go. Is a Magnum an ice cream? No, it's, yes, it's an ice cream. It's not an ice lolly, though. Here's a pupper. Oh, he doesn't like being here. Go on, go back down. Fancy bed. Oh, he's staying here. Okay. Yeah, so I've not written a pack for a while, so very much looking forward to sharing this with you. We've got Moneybox from Prudes a bit later on, and then we have got some stuff at the end of the stream, which I do hope you will stick around for. And there you go. That's suitably showing you the pupper there, not a cat. So if you want to play this pyramid pack as written by me, oh dear, a sex. Type in a sex. No, you can't eat my chair. You can't eat my chair. So yes, this pack has been written by me, proofed by Samster, to whom I'm very grateful. Pyro Pygmy, Calibrated Vision, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you. It is a bit different. It's a little bit different, but I hope you'll have fun with it all the same. You're a good boy, really, aren't you? Do you want your cardboard? I'm going to chew on your box. You destroyed my paper box today, didn't you? Yes. It has got late entry, and you go straight into the shadows if you join after the 4th question has been asked. So yes, it does. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Reese, welcome to the stream as well. 26 so far. I'll give you another minute or so before we get this first game underway. Oh, my good boy. You're going to go and have a nap? You've done lots of busy times today. You've done lots of driving, haven't you? Well, he was a passenger rather than a driver. A sex. 27, we have filled up the left-hand side, and we're carrying on onto the right-hand side now. Lovely, lovely. Yes, so 1st of December, decorations are going to be going up. Probably not this weekend, actually, because this weekend's manic. I've got 2 gigs, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Though no quiz on Sunday night on account of the football. But Ash the Bash is going to be kicking the first day of Quizmas off tomorrow over on his channel. And in my absence on Saturday, because I'm not here Saturday night due to the aforementioned gig, but Topper is going to be taking that slot, and I'll be with you in spirit as he plays first pack I think I've written for Topper, and it's Checkvist. So that's on Saturday over on Topper's channel. So this is the last stream from me this week, and my mum is texting me. I've got a temporary number, so you'll have to call me on WhatsApp. Righto. So yeah, lots of stuff going on this weekend. Very, very busy. Welcome to Stream Riff. Welcome to the game. Oh, you're texting out. Good man. Thank you very much, Topper. And I'm grateful to you for the opportunity and to Quizzle for proofing it as well. You're going to sleep? You're going to go to sleep? Or are you staying? You're staying. Right, I think that's long enough. We have got 29 people in, so let's lock the lobby. Here's how to play. 4 fastest players to answer each question earn a slot on the game board. When the row is full, those players then compete for the available slots in the next row. But beware, if you choose to answer and are incorrect, you are prevented from earning or keeping, if you already got one, a slot on the row. Keep playing those. All players earn points for correct answers, and of course you get pennies for them at the end. At the end of each row, the highest scorers will claim any slots that were left vacant by unsuccessful players. Ties are broken on total response time, and players who initially earned a slot but subsequently lost it will not be eligible to earn a vacant slot. Long and short is, when it's the end of the row, you might as well attempt it, because unless you're already through, because if you don't get through there, you're going to the shadows anyway. So yes, answer the questions to the best of your ability is the general gist. Yes, massive gimmicks to this puzzle, Dan. Like I said, it's a very special pack, and I'm going to get right into it right now. It's 8:10. Let's play the pyramid. So, this pack written by me, proofed by Samter, to whom I am grateful. I do hope you enjoy what is on offer tonight. Fingers on keyboards, we're going into the zigzag tile. First of all, for a single point, here it is. As I was passing down the road, I met a man with 7 toes. Akin to reptiles were their traits, but what were these strange vertebrates? Stop shouting. 11 players attempting this question on the zigzag tile. I'm hoping that you gave me the answer amphibians, because that is what those strange vertebrates are. If you gave me amphibians, you'll go green. If not, you will go red. A few amphibians, toads. You know what? I'm inclined to allow toads, because that's not a wrong answer by dint of what the question was. So there might be a little bit of flexibility in this, and I'm going to use my best discretion. So fire. Yes, they were toads. Frogs, lizards, and frogs are all incorrect. They are not the same. Oh, be quiet. Shush. Right, if you gave me amphibians, you've gone green. If not, I'm afraid you have to go to the shadows. Now, it's time to see who the fastest 4 were. So let's put the fastest 4 onto the zigzag tile. Innes was first, then Jack, Kodo was third, and Riff was 4th. Very well done. You are on to the first row. Score count, welcome to the stream. Dexter, you are being a nuisance. You really are. Don't get a question wrong on this row, you 4, otherwise you'll lose that slot and you won't be able to get it back on this row. But very well done for now. On we go. Question number 2. On the pipe tile. The man was keen to share his mead, so in respect I thus agreed to join him on a lowly seat and share the drink made with what sweet treat? I'm going to let him out, but I'm going to keep one eye on what's going on, so I might up and down and disappear because he has been eating the sofa today. Not long had the cushions replaced. 22 players have attempted that one. The man was keen to share his mead, so in respect I thus agreed to join him on a lowly seat and share the drink made with what sweet treat? The answer was honey. Mead is made from honey. I don't think I actually wrote any notes on this. Oh, I did. A couple of them. If you gave me honey, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Apples and rye are the wrong answers, I'm afraid. Clive and James, nice attempt, but unfortunately you have to go to the shadows. 4 fastest then are going to get onto the pipe tile, and they were. Oni was fastest, then fired, then ape, then a run. Sushis don't have a sofa. Yeah, we tried that for a bit. It didn't work out sitting on the floor. G. Isons, welcome to the stream. I do. Still got time to come and join if you want to type in a sex into the chat. Very well done, you 4. You are third column OP. It is a bit. You are through to the next row, I should say. Don't get the next question wrong though, or you will lose that slot and won't be able to get it back. On to the Viper question for a single point. Have a look. This mead is good, I did declare, and fixed him with a grateful stare. You're far too kind, came swift reply, but know you the composer of the thieving magpie? No worries, you guys. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Just 6 attempts in this. And this is from our sponsor, Silent Marine.
Is Ben writing a Christmas story?
Thank you for the 100 bits. I'm not going to pass any comment on that. Just 6 players attempting this, and the correct answer was Rossini. If you gave me Rossini, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Britton, Tchaikovsky, and Elgar are wrong answers. Very well done to the 3 who did get Rossini. If you didn't, I'm afraid you're off to the shadows. GeForce Game Ready Driver is available. Right, so that's going to put a pause in the stream because I'm going to have to install that at the midpoint. Good. Only one, just Derek Agnew, going to get onto the Viper tile. Let's put him on there. Which means we have got 3 blank spaces to be filled by the highest scoring players in the lobby game in just a little while. So, on to the 2 reads tile. Last chance to get in on this row. If you're not already through and you're not already in the shadows, you might as well attempt this one, because if you don't get it, you're going to the shadows anyway. Good luck. Here's the fourth question. I must confess, I do not know. To the opera do I rarely go. For sport is more my cup of tea. What's it called for par -3? See a lot of players attempted this. 26 in total. If you gave me the answer albatross, that's what we wanted. You go green. If not, you go red. Eagle, eagle, condor, eagle, golf. Oh, wrong answers there. Eagle is 2 under par. Condor is 4 under par, I believe. Eagle is what? Sorry, albatross is what we wanted. If you didn't give me that, I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. 4 spaces available on the 2 reeds tile. The fastest 4 are going to get there, and the fastest 4 were Zeus, then Mark, then Charlemagne, and then BC. Very well done. You are through to the next row. Nicely done. Unfortunately, if you didn't get a space on that row, we have to send you to the shadows. But we have got 3 vacant slots on that row, and we're going to populate them with the highest scoring players in the shadows. Ianyo's on 3. I think the other 2 are going to go to players on 2. Let's find out. Let's repopulate the vacancies. There is Ianyo, there's Shapes, and there is Reese, both on 2, but fast 2s. They get onto the row, and U16 have now got advantage going into the next row. Very well done. Do keep answering in the shadows, though, because as before, second chances could be available. Every question is now worth 2 points. It wasn't a Viper on the first row, it was an Asp. This is the Horned Viper question for 2 points. Take a look at this. Be quiet, dog! Oh, how we laughed at each other's folly. It must be said the man was jolly, not unlike that fair St. Nick. A native of which country? Quick! "15 players giving this one a go. St. Nick, I'm talking about the vintage St. Nicholas, not Santa Claus or Father Christmas. The answer I wanted was Turkey. Turkey. St. Nick comes from Turkey. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. Welcome to the strangers. And, ooh, lots of wrong answers there. France, Italy, Finland, Russia, Finland, Germany, Norway, and Netherlands. All incorrect answers. I'm afraid he does live in Turkey. If you give me anything other than Turkey, I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. Just 3, so we're going to have 1 vacancy here. 2 have been lost from that first row. Let's put those 3 onto the Horned Viper. Oni was fastest, Arun was second, and Kola was third. Welcome to row number 2. Jers, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. We're going to go on to the Eye of Horus next. Eye of Horus for 2 points. Have a look. The hours did pass and sun grew dim. The crickets chirped and dark did swim. I must retire, I finally said, and head away to yonder. Players attempting it. The answer I had after was bed. Have you been following the rhyme scheme? Retire is to take one's leave. If anybody makes a good argument for shed, I might allow it, but beyond that, you've got to follow the rhyme scheme. A bit of a curveball question there. If you gave me bed, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. What Finland? Window break, dead, fair, fire, and stayed? I don't think I can allow that. The hours did pass and sun grew dim, the crickets chirped and dark did swim. I must retire, I finally said, and head away to yonder bed, is how you would complete that. Right, if you gave me anything other than bed, I'm not going to allow them there. I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. And again, oh no, we have got 4. Charlemagne over on the right-hand side. Go to bread. Bread, if you make a good case for it, I might allow it. Keep your eye on those, because there might be a couple more coming up. Let's put you 4 into the Eye of Horus. Oh, you meant stead. Ah, fair enough. That might have been allowable. You're already in the shadows, though, Jers, I think, so, Shadowbane was fastest, then Derek, then Fired, then Shapes. Last chance on this row, so if you haven't already got a slot on this row and you're not in the shadows, you might as well attempt this, because if you don't get in on this question, then you go into the shadows anyway. The back of the hand question for 2 points. Take a look. After which I will go and check on my dog. I too must sleep, the man replied, for late is the hour, my brain is fried. We parted ways and bid adieu, this word that gives a nod to who? Players have attempted this question. I too must sleep, the man replied, for late is the hour, my brain is fried. We parted ways and bid adieu, or adieu, this word that gives a nod to who? It's God. Double clue there, that gives a nod, rhymes with God, and adieu literally means to God. If you gave me God or something resembling that, I might allow it. You'll go green, if not, you'll go red. What is this, the big man? I'm inclined to allow the big man, Clive. I'll let you have that. You know the French Father Timner, lamb stew, Shakespeare, Napoleon, Zero, a Frenchman, the French, and Bourdieu. No, it's God. Anything coming to... I don't vibe with these questions. I thought I'd try something different, Jack. It's not going to be for everyone. That's fair enough. Unfortunately, if you're still in red, I'm afraid you're going to the shadows. Just Innis booking his place on the back of the hand here. Let's put him on. And that is all there is. We have only got we've only got 8 players on the tiles, which means there are 4 left. But if you're not there already, you need to go to the shadows. But 4 spaces left. Highest scoring players in the shadows will get on the second chance saloon. Let's repopulate the vacancies. There's Mark, Riff, Pyro, Pygmy, and Calibrated Vision coming back into the game. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to check my dog. That's fine. Lying down we can deal with. Lying down is fine. Right, on to the next row. 3 points question. Keep answering even if you're in the shadows. It's the bowl question first of all. Here it comes. So homeward bound I then did stroll. That film, I'm told, is far from droll. It stars 2 dogs and Sassy, a cat, who is voiced by whom? Pray tell me that. Players attempting this question. The correct answer is Sally Field. Also starred Michael J. Fox and some dude who I can't remember who played Shadow, the Golden Lab or the Golden Retriever. If you gave me Sally Field or Field, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Film and poetry, no. Eartha Kitt. The big man isn't going to fly this time. Ellen, Meryl Streep, Ben Lathbury, Vincent Price, Dealey Cat. What the hell has Jack said? Hitler after going to art school. Oh, that was the thing you asked me. I didn't have time to respond to that. Whoopi Goldberg and DeGeneres, unfortunately, are all incorrect answers. You need to go to the shadows. Just Mark getting the right answer in the light here then, and he's going to get to go on the bowl. Lucky guess, they all count, Mark. They all count. On to the leg tile then. 3 points if you can tell me the right answer to this. Take a look. The road ahead began to sway. The mead, in truth, had made its way towards my head, which now was foggy. What was the name of that Central Park doggy? Players attempting this. Bit of an obscure one here. The answer is Bolto. It's the statue of a dog in Central Park. Speaking of dogs, you can hear mine downstairs. If you gave me Bolto, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. There's a sausage question. Chaka Khan, Hachiko, Greyfries Bobby, Oh My Dog, Fenton Dexter, Snoopy, Eddie, Style, Seymour, Rover, Rex, the big man, Moggy, Rover, and Seymour. Unfortunately, those are all incorrect answers. I'm afraid you need to go to the shadows. Which means anyone who's not managed to get onto this row needs to go to the shadows as well. Oh no, we need to populate with nobody. That's the workflow of this game. So it's just Mark on this row, and everyone else now needs to go to the shadows. Good lord, I haven't seen this for a while. But we have got 7 tiles that need refilling, so if you're on a high score, you could get back in. Let's repopulate the vacancies. Mark wins, everyone could go home. Kolo, Derek, Innes, Oni, Fired, Shapes, and Ape. You are back in on a second chance saloon. Almost entirely new row coming in at row 3. Just Mark surviving from row 2. One more question on the front of the pyramid. 4 points for this. It is the Chiclet question. Have a look at this. A fleeting terror crossed my mind. I've lost my way, I'm travelling blind, I said aloud with tremulous fear. The mead was bad, I should have stuck to... Six players giving this one a go. The correct answer is beer. Again, another rhyme scheme question. The only one that fitted with the meter. If you gave me beer, you go green. If not, you go red. Yummy, yummy beer. Because it's a poetic meter one, I'm disinclined to accept that one. Topper. Here. So wine doesn't rhyme. I should have stuck to here. Doesn't make sense. Wine doesn't go. What's Jack said? Beer. Go on, I'll let you have it. I'll let you both of you have it. Jack. Take. Go on, Topper. You can have that. I'm feeling generous tonight. So. Yeah, that's fair. I did, but that wasn't to do with the rhyme. This was a rhyme scheme one, so you've got to rhyme exactly with it. You need to fill in the missing word. Anyway, I'll give you the points. So, fastest 4 going on to the Chiclet, and they are... Oh, first of all, put people into the shadows. Fastest 4 going on to the Chiclet, and they are... Oni was fastest, then Ape, then Fired, and then Mark. You 4 are through to the final. That was the last question of the row. And everyone else, I'm afraid, has to go to the shadows. So, we've got our 4 finalists, Oni, Ape, Fired, and Mark. What an interesting journey it's been up to this point. But there's still a chance to get back in on the second chance saloon if these guys fail in the final. 3 more questions. Let's go to the final now. Let's rotate the pyramid. And 2, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. So, Mark, Ape, Oni, and Fired. 1 question now per row, 5 points available. The fastest 3, if you're all correct, will get on, and if there are any vacancies, then we'll repopulate them from the highest scoring players in the shadows. Starting with, for 5 points, the fist bump, the bass clef, and the mosaic tile. 5 points available. Here's the question. All slip and stumble was my gait through empty street and lonely straight. In desperate hope I tried to think, what's the chemical symbol for zinc? Seven players giving this one a go. The answer I was after was ZN. Specifically ZN. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. Zeus has said, OMG, brew, this football game is lit. Poseidon Z, I don't know. Costa Rica scored from Bullet Jogging, and Shadowbang again for ZL. Not the right answer, I'm afraid. You have to stay in the shadows. Bad luck. All 4 of our hot seaters getting it right, but only the fastest 3 will get onto the row. Let's populate them now. It's Oni, then Mark, then Ape. Fired. You are eliminated from the pyramid, and off to the shadows you go. You said ZN. Oh, it flagged it as correct. Ape. Ape Zinky. Fired, I'm afraid you're going to the shadows. So, Oni, Mark, and Ape now battling it out for the arm and the 1 read tile. 5 points, and again, vacancies going to high scoring players. Here's a question. Oh, ZZJ, fair enough. It came to mind and helped me see my fair abode in front of me. Oh, joyous day, oh, happy me. Now, where did I put the blessed... key? Where did I put the blessed key? The final rhyme scheme 1. That is what I'm after. 26 of you attempted it. If you gave me key, you go green. If not, you go red. Let's have a look. Zeus has said something with P in the middle. T doesn't really work. Where did I put the blessed tree? That doesn't work. Thing to P. No, because I can't put that anywhere. Tree. B doesn't really make sense. T, head, kedgeree, TB, knee, and TV. I could almost see myself allowing TV, but where did I put the blessed key? He's not a gardener. Not having a garden party. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Unfortunately, I'm not going to allow anything other than key. That's the only thing that makes sense there, and I'm afraid you have to go to the shadows. Only and Mark, the only two left. Let's put them onto the row. Who was fastest? It was Oni, and then Mark. So, it's going to come down to speed between these two. If they are both wrong, then it will go to the highest scoring player in the lobby. Otherwise, it will be one of these two. Best of luck. Final question of the game. I opened up and went inside. Where have you been, my fair wife cried. She stared as only a scorned wife can. Where was I passing when I met that man? Players have attempted this, and I'm hoping you gave me the answer. Down the road, the very first line of the poem, as I was passing down the road. And if you gave me down the road or the road, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. No one's remembered it. No one's remembered. Oh, what have we got? Zeusless and Summer, St. Ives, Finland, Turkey. The first question, St. Ives, Turkey, John the Fair. So you've all got the idea, as I was going to St. Ives, but it didn't start like that, as I was passing down the road. St. Ives, St. Ives, St. Ives. What pub? Ives, St. Ives, St. Ives. Passing gas. I'm afraid you have to go to the shadows. Goodbye. So there's no one to fill up the sperm tile at the top. Which leaves only Mark in the lobby at the end of the row. He has to go to the shadows. So he's going to go to the highest scorer of the game with the fastest response time. I'm seeing two players with 23. Is it going to be Mark or is it going to be Pope Colo come the end of it? Let's repopulate that vacancy. It's Mark. He's right back on. Stumbled off but came back on. Very well done, Mark. You have scaled the pyramid. Well, I thought it was fun. It was fun to write, certainly. Merry Christmas Eve to Mark, indeed. Very well played. GG. Yeah, I hope you had some fun with it. You certainly seem to have fun with the answers you were giving there. Gonna go check on the dog, make sure he's not ripping up the sofa again. Sitting on the sofa very nicely. So he is. Enjoyed the concert, just couldn't pass it. That's fair. That's fair. More poem questions, please. Well, I can't say anything other than I can't say anything. I simply can't. I can't say a word. Although I'm not saying anything. Yeah. Right, shut up, Ben. Right, that's our first game done. That was the fastest game we've ever played. 23 minutes. I'm trying to have a conversation with Ash and conversation with chat. Ready for the next game? Let's play some more. Yeah, let's get on with it. We've still got 2 more games to get through. Jogging, welcome to the stream. We're going on to Moneybox next. It's a pack that's been written by Proogs. It's a lot of fun. So I'm told it's been proofed by Toot. And you will need to have a microphone and be in the Discord if you want to come and play this pack. I am using the old build. I was very tempted. You know what? I'm tempted to dig out the new build, but it doesn't have penny integration. It's the only problem. So I'll use the old build. And we'll just see what happens and keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks to Samster for proofing that for me. And congratulations to Mark. You have scaled the pyramid. looking at my phone and it's 20:35. It's 25 to 9. And we've finished the first game and the warm-up. Sometimes we haven't even started the first game by this point. So while I'm on a roll, I'm going to keep going. Daichu La Azure, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. If you're not subscribed, you're going to see some adverts, but we won't start the next game without you. Coming up after the break, Moneybox as written by Pruge. You'll be mad to miss it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Moneybox with the cat jammiest of all the theme tunes. Ubs. Oh, it's Buzz out of order. Samson, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. Buzz out of order. So, this pack of Moneybox comes to us from Proogs, and Toot says of it. A little Brit-centric, but hopefully all good fun still. So, come and join the game. Exclamation mark excluded if you just want to play in the lobby game. I've still not fixed the bugs. I've been working on other things. many other things. But hey, if you want to come and play in the hot seat, then and have a chat with one of your fellow quizzers to try and win some life-changing amounts of pennies, then come join the game. I'll give you 30 seconds or so, 30 seconds to a minute. Got a roll tonight. What's my mum saying? Oh yeah, so she's got a temporary number. Right. I'll give it till the end of this thing, actually. Seems to make the most sense. I didn't change my mic settings, actually. Am I still a bit quiet? Can anyone say? I'd boost my mic just slightly. Hello, Nonny. I'm hoping that my mic is okay. It's all good. I've just given it a little bit more. Back from the theatre scenes play out. Hiya, Proogs. Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good yarn at the theatre. Right, we've got a smattering of players unexcluded. You're not quite far away. Oh, the microphone's there. But, right, I think that's long enough. Let's lock up this game and pick ourselves some hot seat players. Oh, it's DMC and Plujogging. Welcome, welcome. If you'd like to make your way towards the green room, and then we will have excellent witty banter. Meanwhile, I can share the screen. I can share the screen. Hi, Nonny. She's a good girl. I'm a big dog. I don't like going on the camera, though. You might be able to see her just in the door, staring at me stupidly. Tech stuff for Panto. Nice. So I see a DMC and I see a Plujogging with Pope Colo in the green room. Hopefully it's getting a sound test underway. Good. Little dog has come back upstairs. Come on, little dog. Little bear. Your bed here. Come sleep on your bed. Okay. Fair enough. Right, I've got some players. DMC, Jogging, good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
I'm hoping that all the stream can hear you as well as you can hear me, and hopefully you can hear the game when it goes in a minute. But if you can't, then it's just minor tension music that you won't be able to hear. DMC, first of all, how you keeping? You all right?
I've been very well. It's been a moderately quiet week, but looking forward to the good old holidays.
Yes, they're on approach. Are you taking some time off work over Christmas? You got many things planned?
Not really, to be honest. It's going to be probably a quiet one this year.
So are you hosting, or are you going to be sort of visiting? They tend to be the options, don't they?
I'm probably going to be visiting the parents as usual.
Nice. Well, great to have you here. Have you played Moneybox before, DMC?
Yes. Well, not in the hot seat, but I played it in the audience.
Okay. So you're familiar with the rules.
Yes.
Good stuff. Well, you're going to be teaming up tonight with Plujogging. Plujogging, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Am I pronouncing that properly?
Sure.
Great. How about you? Any plans for the Christmas holidays? Or Christmas time?
Another quiet one, to be honest.
Quiet one. Home or away?
Yeah, we normally have like our Christmas Day on Christmas Eve, which is a bit weird.
It's a bit German.
It's just how everyone's availability just sort of happens.
I get that. It's a very German tradition. So my best mate's wife's German, so he always gets 2 Christmases because they've got kids. So yeah, it's a hey, I don't know if there's anything weird about that. My family and I, we normally end up having Christmas in February because, again, similar reasons. No, thank you, Kippo14. We do not want any of your views. Thank you. Anyway, Jogging, I'm pretty sure you've been in the Moneybox hot seat before, haven't you?
Yes, just once before.
Once before, good stuff. Well, you're teaming up with DMC, and I'm hoping that you're going to be able to break the bank tonight and take home a nice big jackpot. But we will see in this pack written by Proogs. First thing we're going to do is reveal the categories of which you will get to answer 8 chosen, and then 1 at random. So, 12 categories coming up. Here they are. Going underground, musical firsts and afternoon counting starts your collection. We then got Black History, History of Jesus, and Ancient Islands. Make up to 6. Bermuda, Flying Colours, and As Safe As gives it 9. And it's only a game, so Numismatics and Scientific Dribbles completes your set. There are your values up the top. And we're into the game. So, 8 questions that you've got to get through that you will pick between you. Of the 4 questions that you don't pick, 1 will be selected at random at the end to be your final question, your finale question. And that is the only one you will answer independently. All of these others you do get to confer on. Yeah, don't leave anything that you absolutely unequivocally don't want to see into the end in case you get landed with it. But also, you want to leave something there that you're going to have a reasonable chance, or at least one of you is going to have a reasonable chance of getting. You've got 12 values to go with those 12 categories as well. You're looking for the highest values, and you're trying to avoid the killers, because if you find a killer and give a wrong answer, it does, of course, halve the value that you have accumulated. So either get the killers out of the way early, or just get them all right, and then you'll be quids in. Audience, your game works in exactly the same way, except you've got 20 seconds from when the question is revealed. It might be 15, and your coins are assigned at random. So, if you're all ready, let's play Moneybox. So, DMC and jogging. Anything leaping out first of all? DMC, come to you as you're on the left.
Oh, there's a couple of interesting categories right here. It's only a game, so it sounds very big break-esque, so it could be something to do with game shows.
Or snooker.
Or snooker, indeed. Going underground, the only thing I can think of is the jam, as in the song.
Yeah.
I'm for almost anything. I don't really.
It's
know.
difficult because the strategy that I've tended to sort of experience is people eliminating the more difficult categories first. That is obviously a lot more difficult when the category names are a bit more obscure.
A bit more cryptic. Yeah. Where are we going to start? We do need to start somewhere, so...
Should we, I think History of Jesus sounds quite like a religion question. Should we try and get that out of the way first?
Yeah, you go for it.
History of Jesus. Jogging, do you want to pick a coin to go with it?
Yes, I for I am in this game.
I for I am in this game, or I for Jesus, if you're using the Latin alphabet. We'll load I up into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby game, and 20 seconds to answer. Here is your question on the history of Jesus. Which Jesus College was founded the earliest? Was it Jesus College, Oxford, or Jesus College, Cambridge? Got about 10 seconds to get an answer in if you're playing in the lobby game. You'll go grey once you have. You can't just wait for the hot seat players to have a chat and hopefully give you the answer. And there's answers all in. So, gents, what do we think?
Not a Scooby-Doo.
I'm going to be guessing. Pure guess.
Same here. I really don't know. I think on a whim, I would say Oxford because I think Oxford is just the more historical place rather than Cambridge.
Well, usually in like trivia related stuff when it comes to like age, I thought that Cambridge was usually the most sort of is usually the answer out of the two.
Right.
So I'm going to go on a sort of a double bluff basis on that very tenuous fact that I've just dropped and say that it might actually be Oxford.
Oxford, we've got an accord?
Yeah, I'm happy with Oxford if you are.
Yeah.
All right. We'll lock in Oxford. First of all, we're going to have a look and see, is it the right answer? Yes, it is. Good decision. Jesus College, Oxford, 1571. Jesus College, Cambridge. Hang on. Is that the wrong way round? It might actually be the wrong way round, or the factoids might be, the trivia might be the wrong way round, because the trivia here is saying Jesus College, Oxford, 1571, Jesus College, Cambridge, 1496. You can work it out if you know Oxford Uni was founded after Cambridge, I guess. So I'm not quite sure if those are the wrong way round on the trivia, or if the question was backwards. Either way, you got a right answer, so that's a nice start for us there. Let's find out, what did you bring to your money box? Nice start, 200 being added to your jackpot, and better than that, it's a killer as well. That's one fewer killer in the game. Proogs is saying in the chat, which is making me think that it's it might be that the answer's the wrong way around. But these things happen. Happy ending for you guys. Sorry if it's not such a happy ending in the lobby, though most of you going green there. And the colours are pseudo-random. Let's add 200 to your jackpot. And the run is off to a good start, as is Jack, as is Topper. And back to the game. Jogging.
I don't know. Can somebody remind me what numismatics is?
I'm pretty sure numismatics is the study of coins, but I might be right. I only know that because I wrote a question on it the other day.
I don't care about coins. Do you?
I know nothing about coins. Yeah, that sounds like an idea.
Let's go for that, please.
Get it out of the way. Okay, we will load up numismatics. DMC, a coin.
Let's go for K for supposed to be C, but I'm calling it a K for coins.
K for coins is the coin going into the money box on the coin question, or what we assume is a coin question. Let's load it up. Coins assigned at random in the lobby, and 20 seconds to answer your question on numismatics. Which of these coins is the lightest? Is it the UK 1 penny coin or the US 1 cent coin? 10 seconds to get me an answer in the lobby if you would like to. A or B, left or right, yellow or blue. And that's your time up there. Okay, how are we on money, fellas?
Got a bit in my bank.
Must be nice.
Yeah. By a bit, I mean more than £1.
More than £1, okay. Nice. Either have you been to America?
Have I been? Yes, I've been to America 3 times.
Are you familiar with the 1 cent coin?
I haven't been for well over a decade, so I can't really remember the weight of a cent. Also, I was like a teenager, so like 15 years old, so
right,
wasn't really handling a lot on the money front. But
I haven't been to America at all. I have no idea I can't even remember what a 1 cent coin looks like.
Kind of round.
kind of round.
Yeah.
A round coin.
One of the round ones.
I can picture the UK penny, obviously, but it's I can't compare it to anything.
For some reason, I have a feeling that like UK coins have slightly more heft than US coins.
If you compare it to something like a cent as a euro cent, I think the UK penny is slightly bigger and slightly heavier.
Yeah.
So are we leaning towards the US one being lighter?
What would you say, DMC?
I think, again, just based on the logic of the euro penny cent, I would go with the US.
Yeah, I agree.
Cent? 1 cent?
Yes.
Yep, 1 cent.
We'll lock it in then. So, which of these coins is the lightest? Is it a penny or is it a cent? It is a cent. Good decision there. Yeah, the UK 1p is 3.564 grams compared to the US 1 cent, which is 2.500 grams. So, well over a full gram lighter in America. Tiny, tiny little thing. What's the right answer? What did you bring to your money box? 250. Not bad at all. We've had the end of the top row and now the start of the bottom row. It's another 250. It's not a killer, so there are still 3 killers floating about there, but it is more cash. Let's add it to your jackpot. Kadara in the lead. Zeus is in second, and Pope Colo is in third. The 3 players on 4 figures. We're 2 down. 6 to go. DMC, where are we going next?
It doesn't get any easier. As safe as I would assume is maybe something about houses.
I was looking at. I mean, it's your decision at the end of the day. I'm probably lining up my next category for when it's my turn to pick. So you go. You pick whatever you fancy.
Let's go for as safe as.
As safe as. Let's load it up. Jogging, do you want to pick a coin to go with it?
I'll have C for Cool Blimey. I can't believe I got picked to play Moneybox.
Let's load C into your Moneybox coins assigned at random in the lobby. And 20 seconds to answer your question on as safe as. Which of these forts is closest to Nashville, Tennessee? Is it Fort Worth or is it Fort Knox? 10 seconds or so to get your answer into the lobby. Or into the bot, I should say. And 5 and time. What do we think? American Joe.
I'm sure. I know Fort Knox. I think is in Tennessee, and that's bringing the edges of my knowledge up just because I can remember it's mentioned. I think in Goldfinger back in the day in James Bond. Fort Worth, not too sure.
No, I was thinking Fort Worth was in like Texas or something, but I could be completely wrong. There's probably like 8 Fort Worths, but one of them's the Fort Worth.
One of them is the one.
Maybe they're both in Tennessee and just one of them's geographically closer to Nashville.
Maybe.
But
Or
if you
Fort
think
Worth
that,
could be in Texas, and it could just be very close to the border. I think I don't know much about U.S. geography.
yeah,
I am still
if you're happy, if you think that Fort Knox is in Tennessee, then I'm happy to follow along.
Let's do Fort Knox then.
Fort Knox, I hear you say, from the top of the stairs. The dog is standing, looking like he might be about to do something, but he's not for now. We will lock in Fort Knox as your answer. First of all, was it the right one? It certainly was, yes. Though perhaps not getting them the right way around. It's quite interesting. Tom, you thought, DMC, you thought that Fort Knox was in Tennessee. Fort Worth is in Tennessee. Fort Knox is actually in Kentucky. But Fort Knox, despite being in a different state, is actually closer. So, right answer, wrong logic, but they all count. It's the right answer. What did you bring to your money box? 350. Very nice indeed. And again, not a killer. I'm going to sneeze. Not a killer. Thank you. But it is more money. It's going to take you up to 800, and it's off that bottom row, which is where the high values are. So this is a good, strong game we're playing here. Let's add 350 to your money box. Oh, to your jackpot, sorry. And we're up to 800. And Zeus has the lead, Tadara in second, Colo in third. Jogging, you were eyeing up your category on the last go round, the last pass. What are you thinking?
Well, I'll just go through it with DMC here. How are you on maths?
I don't mind it.
Oh right, okay. Would you rather we keep? I'm presuming afternoon counting as a maths category. Would you rather we maybe save that for a rainy day?
Keep it at least for another 1 or 2 questions, I think.
Okay. Let's do then. Let's go going underground.
Lingo, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Going underground. Let's load that up. And DMC, if you would like to select a coin to go with it.
Let's do J, because going underground would buy the gem.
It was indeed. Let's load J into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby. And here's your question on going underground. During 2021, which of these capitals' underground stations had the greater passenger footfall? Was it London Waterloo LU Tube Station? Or was it Gare du Nord Paris Metro Station? 10 seconds to get your answers in the lobby. 5. And there's everyone answered. Gentlemen, what do we think?
Right, I'm pretty sure I saw something on BBC News the other day saying that I think it was Waterloo was the busiest train station, I think, for 2022, I think, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Not 2021.
It would be a bit weird if within a year, one metro station suddenly became busier than the other.
Yeah, but I think that was just for this year. Again, I'm just sort of trying to remember. I wouldn't know much about the Gare du Nord in terms of the footfall, but I know it'd probably be quite busy considering it's Paris, but then during the pandemic, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it'd probably come down to which of these places would have been open the most during the pandemic.
Opener.
More opener, yeah.
More open.
The openest. We should read during 2021 which of these was the most openest. I'm happy with that.
That would also work. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Again, this would have to be a stab.
Well, stabs have worked so far.
I'll go with Waterloo. I think it's just a hunch.
Waterloo?
Sure.
Okay, we'll lock in Waterloo. And so, doing 2021, which of these capitals' underground stations have the greater passenger footfall? Was it Waterloo? I'm afraid it was not. No, arguably Gare du Nord is passenger entry and Waterloo is entrance and exit, so it might be a bigger disparity, but either way, the Paris station wins. Gare du Nord 34.5 million, Waterloo 29.87 million, so 5 million or so in it. Unfortunately, you went the wrong way. Some nice scores going out in the lobby. It's Sotley finding 1,000 there. Shape's losing 1,000 on that one. Rip there. Question is though, what did you bring to your money box? Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. It's
That's right.
one of the lower values, and more importantly, it is not a killer. So we don't lose anything. 800 going down to 400 would have been a bit of a wrench. On the flip side of it, there are still 3 killers floating about among there, and you've still got 5 questions to go. But for now, 150 does not get added to your jackpot, and we have to lose it from the game. Lose for the lead. Darius in second, 8 is in third, and 4 questions to go. We are halfway through. We've only found one of the 4 killers. Statistically likely to find at least one of them on this pass, or on this half. But we're halfway through. DMC, where are you going next?
How is your science jogging?
It's about as good as any of the other categories we've done so far, so not 100%.
Okay. I think we should do scientific dribbles then in that case.
Okay. Scientific dribbles it shall be. A coin, Mr. Jogging?
What about B for By Jove, it's Moneybox.
P for By Jove, it's Moneybox. Let's load it up. Coins assigned at random in the lobby, and let's have a look at a question on scientific dribbles. In chemistry, which of these items would you use in a titration? Is it a Drechel bottle or a burette? 10 seconds to get your answers in the lobby game. And that's time up. So, what do we think?
Totally not regretting picking this category.
Yep.
Do you even have an image of what these things are in your head?
Is the Drechel bottle that sort of pyramids style bottle? I don't know. I keep thinking of pipette as a burette, but I know it's something probably completely different. Not even thinking about the question, just trying to work out what these are.
Yeah.
What are these things? We just don't know.
They are things. They're definitely things.
I can confirm they are both real. They both exist.
I mean, titration, just a feeling saying it must be something to do with perhaps liquid, which means it would be a bottle, perhaps, or a burette could be like a pipette, but just something different.
It sounds like a sort of, I get sort of like a filtering kind of vibe from the word titration.
Yeah.
Or like like extracting.
Or possibly filtration. Maybe.
So maybe titration.
I'm leaning towards a barrette, but for no reason whatsoever.
I was leaning more towards the bottle.
Oh.
But I'd be willing to take your lead on the burette if that's what you think.
Rock, paper, scissors?
I've got a coin. I have a coin here if you want me to flip it.
Well, I just picked scissors, so how do you respond to that?
I would have picked paper, so... Let's do burette then.
Okay.
Do burette.
That's why I wasn't expecting to win that one after revealing what I did, but...
Honest John, honest engine here. We going burette?
Yeah,
sure.
Let's do it.
All right.
Apologies if it's wrong.
We're locking burette. First of all, is that the right answer? Certainly is. Good rock, paper, scissors coming to the rescue there. A burette is used to measure the volume of a liquid or a gas. A Dreschel bottle is used for washing or drying gases. It's a straight question, but might stretch some school memories depending on who's playing. A note from Proves for you there. So, correct decision. Right answer. Well done if you picked up some points in the lobby. AB me picking up 1,000. Pyro Pygmy picking up 1,000. Topper missing out on the 1,000. What a shame.
What a shame.
Let's see. What did you guys, though, bring to your money box? 125. Okay, it's sort of now a bit of a chasm emerging between these high values and these low values, with just 300 sitting there in the middle. I'm starting to worry that we've still got 3 of these killers in here, and we've still got 3 questions to get through. We could feasibly get a killer on every question here and end up with 100. I'm sure it won't happen, but it's feasible. So we need to start unearthing them and getting some right answers with them as well, or just avoiding them completely. Either way, it's 125. Let's add it to your jackpot. Lose for the lead. Diary's in second. AB Me is in third now. As we come to the final 3 questions and jogging, you've got the choice.
Should we alter our strategy a little bit? Should we stop trying to look for like the ones that we're less confident on and try and sort of see if we can?
Yeah, we've got to
through to the last round.
We've got to start thinking that strategy a bit, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Game shows, or do you want to do something slightly less obvious than that?
What about maths?
Oh right, yeah. That's probably a good idea to get rid of that.
Afternoon counting.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call it maths, so yeah, maths, please.
Yes. DMC, a coin.
Let's go E for equation.
E for equation. Let's hope we get some. Let's load E into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby. And here is your question on afternoon counting. Up to the 1st of November 2022, which one of these programs had broadcast the most episodes? Was it Countdown or Neighbours? 10 seconds to answer in the lobby. And spoiler alert, it's not maths, this proves. That was a great sigh or gust of wind, possibly. 5 seconds to get an answer in, and there's your timer. Gents, what do you think?
I think it's Countdown.
Yeah.
I just got a feel. I think Countdown's like 6,000, and Neighbours I think is 5,000 something.
I'm slightly worried that the name of the category has sort of brainwashed us into thinking, oh, it had the word count in it, therefore it should be Countdown.
Maybe.
Very, very true.
I like my brain says, of course, my brain's saying it. Well, who else would? That Countdown is the obvious answer.
Yeah.
And I don't have Proogs down as a kind of rug pully kind of question writer. So I'm inclined to go Countdown.
I would go with that as well.
Yeah.
Countdown?
Yes.
Yep, let's do it.
Countdown. Locked in. Up to 1st November 2022. Which one of these programs have broadcast the most episode? Countdown or Neighbours? What's the answer? It It's Neighbours. You have had a little bit of a rug pull there. Yeah, Neighbours had its 8,903rd and final for now episode broadcast on the 29th of July 2022. As of the 1st of November 2022, Countdown saw its 7,884th episode. The 7,779th episode of Countdown was not broadcast, but even counting spin-offs and specials, Neighbours wins by quite a large margin, more than 1,000 more. So there we go. And a lot of red going down in the lobby there. A lot of pain for people coming up there. Jack losing the 1,000, Ape losing the 1,000, Silent Marine, and Podo losing the 1,000 as well. Bad luck there, but we need to see what we brought to our money box. What's in there? Okay, it's one of the higher values left, but crucially, it's not a killer with 2 questions to go. You've only found 1, and it was on a right answer, and it was the first question. You've still got 2 big values up there, the 500 and the 1,000, but there are still 3 killers amongst as well. Unfortunately, we don't get that 500, and we have to lose it from the game. Zeus still in the lead, ADB still in second, Colo is in third. As we come to the final 2 questions. So at this point, you probably want to start thinking, what do you want to and not want to see in the final, and dare you leave some? And do we want to unpick what these categories could be a little bit more, because there've been a couple which have perhaps surprised you slightly. What are we thinking? DMC, we're with you.
I do OQL, so like online Quizly. So and they ask a few questions on like famous figures in like Black history and stuff like that, and I always get slightly embarrassed when I don't know any of them.
Right.
That's very good to know.
So I mean, should we go for that because of we don't want it to come up in the final, or?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Okay.
Black history?
Black history, yeah.
Okay. And jogging, a coin.
Oh, I think that's DMC choosing.
Oh, so, okay, cool. DMC.
Oh, is it me? Oh.
I thought DMC chose Black history, but
Oh no, you did. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, yeah.
I just stole your category. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
We can have a joint decision if you like.
I'll let you pick the coin.
No, I don't know. H.
H for history. Let's load it into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby. And I will preface this question just with a note from Proogs here. I don't think it's a trigger warning, but just in case. Everything I see online refers to the phrase black person, so I've stuck with that. There was something of a conversation over whether or not it should be changed to person of colour, depending on Twitch or stream guidelines, but personally, I stick with black as it's descriptive and not pejorative. Just wanted to cover the question before it appears. Here is a question on black history. Who was the first black person to have a #1 in the UK singles chart? Aretha Franklin or Winifred Atwell? 10 seconds to get an answer to me from the lobby game. And that is time. So, chaps, what do we think?
Aretha Franklin was very, very big. But I'm sort of thinking the 50-50 logic in that the obvious answer may not necessarily be the right one.
Yeah, I feel like Aretha Franklin's a little bit too late to perhaps have that distinction.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. Like that, she wasn't really. I'm trying to think. She was kind of late 60s at the earliest, wasn't she?
I'm never any good on dates, so I don't really know.
I mean, Winifred Atwell sounds like a much older sounding name. It's kind of.
It does.
And also, I mean, the last question's kind of put my logic out of whack here a little bit, but I've never heard of Winifred Atwell.
I haven't either, to be honest.
I have. Not just from reading the notes. I'd heard of her before the question came up. But
Well, then can we ask, was she the first person of colour to have a number 1 in the UK singles chart?
that I can't say, unfortunately. I mean, I can because I've got the answer in front of me, but that I'm not going to say.
Shall we just go for the obviously sort of obscure person?
That'd be probably my logic.
Because I feel like I would have heard. I feel like because I've definitely looked up Aretha Franklin on Wikipedia just to like find out more about her, and then I feel like that might have come up.
Yeah.
I don't recall reading that.
What
I'm happy with old Winnie. Oh, Winnie.
Yeah, let's go for Winnie.
Winner for that. Well, okay, we'll lock it in. First of all, let's see, is that the right answer? Good logic, sound there. Yeah, she was, the reason I've heard of her is because she was a Trinidadian pianist who enjoyed great popularity in Britain and Australia from the 1950s with a series of boogie-woogie and ragtime hits selling over 20 million records. In December 1954, she was the first black person to ever have a UK number 1 with Let's Have Another Party. Aretha Franklin was active in the 50s and 60s, but got her only UK number 1 with George Michael as late as 1987 with I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. Winner for that, well, absolutely the right answer. And a lot of points going out in the lobby. Innis and Oni picking up the 1,000 to Daru missing out on the 500 there, though, unfortunately. It is the right answer. Well, let's see if we can bring some big money in on this penultimate question. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, 300. We have fully cut the bridge in half. It is now dribbly little small amounts at the top and those two big ones at the bottom, the 500 and the 1,000. And once again, we avoid a killer. So, coming into this last question, there's a choice of 5 coins. More than half of them have got a killer assigned to them. So a lot of pressure to get this question right if we assume it is more likely to be a killer than not. That's all for the next question, though, for now. Very well played. Let's add 300 to your jackpot. And Zeus still on the top. Colo's in second. AB Me slides up to third with 1775. And DMC and Jogging, you're up to 1225 in your jackpot with one question left before the finale. Remember, you can't confer on the final question and you will not get a choice. It will be picked at random. So, either Jogging or DMC or between you, what's your final chosen category going to be?
I'll let you handle this. I'll let you handle those things. I
don't like any of these apart from it's only a game, possibly a musical firsts.
Yeah.
Any of the other 3, I would say go for.
Should we go with Bermuda because that seems more specific than any of the others? And if we don't know a lot about Bermuda, then
I know it's a triangle.
I mean, yeah.
That's all I know.
Very nice triangle there.
If you're happy, let's do Bermuda.
Bermuda. We'll have Bermuda. One final coin, then.
We go
let's
L?
go. Oh, yeah, go. You sure?
Just because it's selected.
L? Sorry, was that L?
L because it's selected.
Because it's selected, we'll load it into...
I was actually going to say A because it would require more clicks, but so...
It cycles back round. I could have just pressed down, but either way, the coin has been selected. Coins have been assigned at random in the lobby. Here is your question on Bermuda. Which of these is closer to Bermuda? Is it Barbados or is it New York? 10 seconds to get me an answer in the lobby game. And 5... and time. So, fairly simple question, just 7 words. And 3 words in the 2 answers. Barbados or New York, which is closer to Bermuda? What do you think?
I would say, how far south do you think New York is?
It's about... If you're looking at America as like just a fully horizontal plane, I would say that New York is about a third of the way down. Maybe a little bit less, but...
Because Barbados would be...
I'm trying to figure out what is more southerly between Barbados and New York, which is that's literally the question. But
Is it? I think it's around. Is it Cuba way? I think. But I don't know whether that's closer to South America rather than the bottom half of North America.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but this decision could potentially be worth the difference between 600 and 2,450.
that's really relaxed me.
just to give you the stakes of this decision.
I was worried for a second, but now I'm
Potential
fine.
stakes. Good. Glad to put you at ease. That's what I'm here for. What are we leaning
I want to say it depends if. I mean, I'm guessing like you don't really know where Bermuda is, in terms of like, is it a Caribbean island?
I'm just going on approximately where the Bermuda Triangle is, roughly. In which
Because like
case,
Bermuda is itself a country, isn't it?
yeah.
Or a territory at least.
Judging on Bermuda Triangle, I would probably lean towards Barbados, but it'd be very, very close.
I'm.
It's just working out if New York is as far north as we think.
Yeah. I'm on for thinking that it's one of those questions was like, it's actually closer to the mainland location as opposed to the other Caribbean location. So I would go New York, but purely on a trying to meta the question kind of way, which is probably not how you should try and figure out every situation.
I know you sound divided, but I am going to have to press you for an answer.
I think with your logic, I would go more for New York as well. Then
Are you happy with that?
yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Okay. Looking at New York, final answer.
It's locked. So, which is close to Bermuda? Is it Barbados? Or is it New York? It is New York. Good decision. New York to Bermuda is 775 miles, whereas Barbados to Bermuda is 1,360 miles. Quite a long way apart.
Oh.
Yeah. Well done to Mark finding the 1,000 there, and ABNE finding the 500, and Riff getting -1, because that is the default value, and Riff joined after the coins have been assigned, I'm assuming, is what's gone on there. Yeah, that's what's gone. Yeah, the default value is -1, for reasons best known to underneath the hood of this code. So, you were split on the answer, but you've gone the right way. You were sort of split on the coin as well. One of you was suggesting A, one of you was suggesting L, and then we just sort of went with L in the end. What did you bring to your money box? It's the 1,000!
Hey!
It's only the 1,000! And you've got one killer the whole game. It was on the first question, you got it wrong. So it's virtually a killerless game, except for that one. But you've managed to avoid 3 of them, and you found the top value right there. That is going to be a big jackpot. Let's add it in there now. As we go up to 2,225 ahead of the finale. Zeus in the lead, ABV in second, Mark is in third. This is nearly there. There we go, 2,225, and it's time for the finale. Alright, gentlemen, it's time for the Moneybox finale. You have amassed 2,225 pennies in your Moneybox this evening. Now, one or both of you could take away some or all of that this evening. Here's how it's going to work. You are going to answer one more question chosen from the remaining 4 categories at random by the computer. You will answer this question independently. You can either answer for the left or the A option, or the right or the B option, or you can pass. If you are both correct, then you take your 2,225 pennies and you share it and take away 1,112 pennies each, because we round down because we're mean. If one of you is right and one of you is wrong, the person who is right takes home all 2,225. If you're both wrong, then you both go away with nothing. You've got the option to pass though, and if you pass, it basically mirrors what your opponent does. If one of you is right and one of you passes, sorry, your teammate, not your opponent. If one of you is right and one of you passes, it treats it if you're both right, the same with wrong. If you both pass, it cancels itself out and you both go away with nothing. In the lobby game, you can do the same thing. You can choose the correct answer and you'll bank 100% of your points. The incorrect answer, you'll only bank 10% of your points. Or you can pass it or abstain, which will do the same thing, and you bank 50% of your points, and then your pennies are paid out at 10% of whatever is left. So, chaps, I'm going to give you an opportunity now for a final chat, after which I must insist there is no more conferring. And I would also add to contain your reaction after the correct answer is revealed, because it could spoil the ending for us. Final chat.
What happens, happens. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah. Just say the same answer as me. That's my strat. That's my advice.
Yep.
Good stuff. Well, best of luck to you both. Your finale category is going to be musical first. So this is the only one you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot, so make sure you've got the Twitch account handy. Don't put it in the chat, and don't be surprised if nothing happens immediately. There's a 20-second delay just to stop it being really obvious if you've gone for an answer quickly and thus giving away information to your teammate. Best of luck, and lobby as well. Here's a question on musical firsts. Which of these tracks achieved a simultaneous #1 in both the US and UK singles chart the earliest? Was it Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars, or was it Happy by Pharrell Williams? Lob, you'll have 5 seconds after both players have locked in. Jogging is locked in. DMC is locked in. And there's your time. So, which of these tracks achieved a simultaneous #1 in both the US and the UK singles chart the earliest? We're going to look at the correct answer first, which is Happy. It was 2014. Uptown Funk was 2015. And Ondi, welcome to the stream. So, those are the final scores. If you got that one right, it looks like you're on big numbers in the lobby. They will be paid out at 10%, which if I press the button, it should work out for me. No, it doesn't. It does on the other build. So, DMC Jogging, I hope this is going to be a happy ending. You both got an answer locked in. Whether you were right or wrong or passed, we don't know. But hopefully we're going to see 2 rights here and see you both going away with 4 figures. Let's have a look. What did you say? Ending. There's the penny payout in the lobby. AB me finishing the highest with 227. Colo taking 192 and Oni taking 175. DMC, you went the wrong way.
Yeah, I thought it was just more popular.
I would certainly say it probably was more popular. It just wasn't earlier. So I thought Uptown Funk was 2013, but I guess it was about simultaneous things, and maybe Uptown Funk came back into the charts, or maybe I've just got my years wrong, but it was certainly Happy by Pharrell Williams in 2014. Jogging, happy ending for you though, 2225. That's a nice little earner for this evening, isn't it?
I was fairly sure I was wrong there. I think I entered A and then got rid of it and then put B and then instantly regretted my decision, but I'm over the moon with that.
I had a feeling like that on Outright last night when it was a 50-50. I know the feeling, but it has worked out for you. DMC, I'm so sorry you go away with nothing this evening, but Jogging will, I'm sure, revel in the 2,225 pennies on your behalf. Have you both had a good time?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been good. Good. Unlucky DMC.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Well, it's been lovely having you both here. I'm going to pop you back into the green room, but thank you very much for playing, and do stick around for some stuff in just a few minutes' time.
Cheers, Ben.
Thank you, guys. Night-night.
Bye.
Oh, What a shame. What a shame. Well, what a shame for DMC, but a great result for jogging right there. 2,225 pennies. He is going to be pleased with that, and that will be added on to his jackpot shortly. Hello, Apodo. Welcome to the stream. His penny count, not his jackpot. Anyway, thank you very much to Proogs for that question pack. Lots of fun had there, and as well to Toot for going through and proofing it for us. Now, I promised you some stuff, which will probably be about half an hour, I reckon, which will actually take us up to the actual end time of 10 o'clock, because I'm sort of racing through these tonight. Yeah, do stick around for some stuff coming up after these credits. I might go to another ad break because I need to go get another drink as well and check on the dog. Oh yes, you always have leftover questions here, Prue. There's always going to be 3 left over, so save them up for another day. Thank you very much for playing. I hope you've had fun. You've been watching Moneybox. I'll be back with some stuff in just a few minutes' time. And with profuse apologies to Proogs, this appears to be the one game where I haven't updated the credits mesh, so apologies for missing your name out of the credits there, Proogs. I have been going back and doing them, and Moneybox isn't one I got round to. Stay right there, because coming up after the break, we've got some stuff to share with you. I do hope you'll stay and test it out with me. It's still in prototype, ish sort of stage, but you'll need Hackbox, so make sure you've got that handy. And yeah, stay right there, don't touch that dial, because we will be right back. Just waiting for the ad break to finish. As I said, you will need Hackbox for this. I haven't quite finished yet. There's a few little bits, but it is logically sound, and I've gone through and done various testing of it this afternoon. It should react as expected, and if it doesn't, as ever, suggestions into the suggestions section of the Discord, which is right there. So, without any further ado, I think we should get on with some stuff. Yes, I haven't done the title sequence yet, which is why it was there, but it was just in audio. Welcome to the new Escape Artist. There's a few things I'm not sure about that I would like your opinions on, but it's the new Escape Artist. Come and join on Hackbox if you'd like to play. This is the very first question pack that I wrote for this game way back when, and it's had some changes. It's had a few updates, a little bit of reordering, but by and large it is the same pack that it was back in July 2020, which is I think when I first wrote it. So it's all controlled through Hackbox. There will be a timer in the Twitch chat to queue you at 10 seconds and 5 seconds. But if you want to come and test out this new version of the Escape Artist, you can't join halfway through. And what was that noise? Oh, it was a follow. Thank you very much for the follow, person who just followed. Who was that? Let's go have a look. Lil Death 77, welcome to the stream. Thank you for that follow. Yeah, so, I mean, you might be able to join the room halfway through and validate, and I think actually you can join it, but the code isn't on display throughout. I think is what's going on here. So, and again, with it being a Hackbox thing, there's a limited amount of testing I can do. But we can try any time entry if someone wants to note the code down, because it won't be displayed again. But yeah. No, that doesn't work anymore, Prugs. It's got a different metric now. If it's more than 39 players, then they can't have a podium mark. You can still play in the background. So what it does now is it tracks your points, and up to round 3, when the players who are still in can start losing points, it just keeps what they've got, and you still get 5 points per question in the 3rd round. So if you get eliminated, you can continue playing and get points. A lot of the readout is going to be on your phone. There isn't much readout on the screen for lobby players because it is more of a we're focusing on the players who are still in sort of thing. See what happens with your spell check, but on your phone. But yeah, looking forward to showing it. In fact, it's so new. I haven't even written a Stream Deck button for it yet. So I could probably write one real quick because it's just F1. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, chip. No, okay, let's get rid of that then. Okay, no, it didn't like that. No rule changes, exactly the same rules as before. I'm hoping that is all still working. Yes, it looks like it is. Thank you for confirming that, Jogging. And Lil F66, welcome on in as well. Right, how many are in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 for Puzzle Down. Right. If we're all ready, I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Let's play. Round 1 is initiate. Answer any 5 of the 10 questions to escape. Once you've done so, you're through to the next round, but you will not be able to answer any more questions in this round. The harder the question is, the more points it is worth. Point values will be displayed prior to each question, and accumulated points will be carried forward to the next round. If you give an incorrect answer, you will lose one of your 3 lives. If you exhaust your lives, you are eliminated from the game. Bonus points is awarded for each life you have left at the end of the round. There is no penalty for abstention. However, if you do not answer 5 questions before the end of the round, or if there are not enough questions left for you to do so, you will be eliminated from the game. Same rules that we all know and love. Hello, Lil Death. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. Has it stopped? Have I just turned my headphones off? Game, are you still working? Others, my headphones have done something funny. Music disappearing to... Okay, that's a very strange thing, because, yeah, it is still working. It did this earlier on. Sorry, I just heard a noise downstairs. It might just be that someone's home, actually. I think I've probably just not set that to loop, because it did it earlier on, and I couldn't sort of figure out why. I think it is just a weird coincidence. I did spot that, but I couldn't find it again, so I'm obviously just not setting something to loop properly, but that's fine. So, those are the rules. Imagine the looping music. It will come back in a bit. So, there's your point order, 9, 7, 10, 5, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4, 1. So easier ones towards the end, some of the harder ones in at the beginning. You have just got 3 lives, not 6. This is one of the things I'm not so sure about, but the thing that you're about to see. Good luck. Here is the first question. It is worth 9 points. There should be music here. With the USA in first and Saudi Arabia in second, which country produces the 3rd most oil per year? That's something I should add to my debug, exactly how many players answered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, according to this count, answered this question. The correct answer was Russia. If you are right, it doesn't show your answer, it just assumes you were right. Yeah, camera angles. Yeah, design the vehicle all the time. It might be a bit fast, I don't know yet. Iraq, Nigeria, and Qatar are all wrong answers. I'm afraid you're going to lose a life. Start you back up. Next question is worth 7 points. Fingers on buzzers. You don't have to answer, Priggs. No, you don't. Here's your next question. No, right. Which is the only vowel not used as the first letter of a US state? I don't know if it's just me, if it feels a lot louder than it was. I think I need to tone down the lock-in stings. I haven't upped the volume, but it feels a lot louder somehow now. So, quite a few of you attempting that one. The correct answer was... It's E. U, I'm afraid you've got Utah, which begins with a U on the improves. Unfortunately, you have lost another life. Everyone else who attempted was correct. Let's light you back up. So, question number 3. It's 10-pointer here. Proves you're on your last life. It doesn't debug that for me anymore, but you haven't warmed up yet. Let's have a look at this. Question number 3 is worth 10 points. If every elected member of Parliament gathered in the House of Commons, how many people would be present? UK House of Commons, this is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attempting this question. The correct answer was 650 is what we wanted. 7 of them are in Sinn Féin and don't take their seats. 1 of them is the Speaker, and 3 are currently vacant. So I would have accepted 647 if anybody said that, but they didn't. 650 is what we wanted. Alex, that's a wrong answer. You're going to lose a life, I'm afraid. Question number 4 is worth 5 points. Have a look at this. Who was Henry VIII's last wife? Surname and forename, please. If appropriate. Lots of players attempting that one. Yellow if you did. And the correct answer was... Catherine Parr was the answer. Captain Howard and Anne of Cleves are incorrect, I'm afraid. Reese and George, you are both going to lose a life on that. Let's light you back up. Totally, you are one away from escaping. It should tell you that on your devices. Hello, Nata, welcome to the stream. It should tell you that on your devices, but I've also got a log for when you're one away. You don't change colour anymore, because we're trying to keep things relatively simple, but it's totally, you are one question away from escaping. The next question is worth 8 points. Have a look at this. Plus 34 is the international dialing code for which European country? Attempting this, quite a few wrong according to my log. The correct answer is it's Spain. France, Germany, Germany, France, France, Germany, France, and France are all incorrect. France dialing code is plus 33 and the German dialing code is plus 49 according to a very quick Google there. Unfortunately, you are going to lose a life if you gave me a wrong answer. Let's light you back up. So, Colo, Indy, Lil Death, you require all of the remaining questions in order to escape. There are only 5 left. You must answer all 5 in order to escape. It's Otley and Zeus. You are 1 away from escaping. Question 6 is worth 6 points. Take a look at this. Which actor portrayed Eddard Ned Stark in the TV adaptation of Game of Thrones? I'm surprised to see Otley answering this one. Again, I need a log of how many players said the answer because I don't have it there. Correct answer was Sean Bean, who dies in everything as it's the universe course correcting for the fact his name doesn't rhyme when it should. Dinklage played Tyrion Lannister, I don't know, by and Charles Dance was Tywin Lannister. Ondi and Lil Death, you are due for elimination. Unfortunately, no answer from Lil Death and a wrong answer from Ondi. It's the end of the road, and we have to say thank you for playing, but goodbye. I want a cell door slamming for that, because that's a cool thing. Scene Beam. Yes, so we have got our escapees. You go dark blue if you've escaped. Zeus and it's Sotley. You've now escaped, but you will not be able to answer any more questions. My wife is here with Ma McDonald's. Thank you, darling.
Hello.
How are you, baby?
Good. I'm very good.
Is that Sprite in there? Or is that an Oasis? That's fine.
They didn't have Sprite. They had milkshakes. They didn't have any medium.
No, that's fine. I mean, I've got a non-alcoholic cider here anyway. Right. Forgive me while I eat. It's my traditional, now traditional Thursday treat is my McDonald's. So, next question. Jack, you're 1 away from escaping. ABB, Prugs, Colo, Reeswin, Escape Minky, Silent Marine, Puzzle Dan. You require all of the remaining questions correct in order to escape. Good luck. Here is the next. I feel warm today. Dr. Robotnik is the arch nemesis of which video game character? Pickles from my cheeseburger, first of all, the gherkins, whatever they are. Not a fan. Right, lots of people attempting that one. Correct for 2 points. Correct answer was Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic, both accepted. Now, here's a cool feature. If I want to condone an answer, Clive's saying Sonic Hedgehog, which is allowed. All I do is click in, and it does it automatically. No fanning around with tools in the inspector. Just click the thing. I need to add a loop that also condones all similar answers to that as well. So, everyone who attempted that getting that one right, nicely done. Let's reset the podium. No, light you back up. 3 points for the next. 8 Me, Prugs, Colo, Reese, 8 Minky, or Escape Minky, sorry, Silent Marine, Puzzle Dan. You require all of them. Top Vist, Inca, and Jogging. You're 1 away from escaping, and Jack has also now become an escapee. Next question's worth 3 points. Have a look. In which country is James Clavell's novel Shogun set? My log is working. Ondi's still giving an answer, even though having been eliminated, it logs it in a slightly different font there. So last time we did this was the question 10, and I was told that's too easy for question 10, so it dropped a bit. Knowing what I know now, it's Japan. My mind palace is wrong, and China is wrong as well. Prugs and Puzzle Down. Unfortunately, wrong answers does mean you're out of lives. Thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Do continue playing. Still pennies available. I have done the penny thing, and there will be an escape artist medal if we have a winner tonight. And hopefully it works in this game. 2 questions left in this round. Ava, Colo, Reese, Escape Mink, and Silent Marine. You require all. Riff, Yanyo, Mark, Shapes, Clive, Apodo, Pyro, Jers, Arun, Alex, Ralph. 1 away. 1 of the next 2, and you're through to the next round. Good luck. Here's the next question. It's worth 4 points. What is the name of the theatre in which Snooker's World Championship has taken place since 1977? Not surprised given that one a go. Correct answer is Crucible. Young Vic is not the right answer, I'm afraid. Charlotte Marine, you're going to lose a life, and in fact that does mean it's impossible for you to escape. Because you're not out of lives, but I'm flashing you here in orange. I can't condone it, I'm afraid. It's the end of the road, and it's lights out. One more question. It's a 1-pointer. Maybe me, Ianyo, Colo, Apodo, Reese, and Escape Minky. You're 1 away, and you require all. Hopefully you can survive through to the next round. Good luck. Here's the last question. Which colour would you use to describe Chardonnay and Sauvignon Blanc wines? Non-escapees have attempted this one. The correct answer is white. And you got your point, and you have escaped. Nicely done. Anyone left to eliminate? Let's find out. Nope. 21 players have escaped through to round 2. Very well played. For every life you've got left, we'll give you an extra point. Let's go to round 2. Light yellow. You'd call it, you'd describe it as white though. Round 2 is sustain. Answer as many of the 10 questions as you can. Hit the target of 55 points, that's the high score, plus 15 to escape. Each question is now worth 5 points, meaning everybody must answer at least 3 questions correctly to escape. Accumulated points will be carried forward to the next round. It should work out how many questions you need and tell you on your device, rather than you having to work it out from the points, which is helpful. If you give an incorrect answer, you will lose 1 of your 3 refreshed lives. If you exhaust your lives, you will eliminate from the game. 2 bonus points are rewarded for each life you have left at the end of the round. Players who have escaped may choose to continue answering questions if they like. They are still at risk of elimination if they exhaust their lives. Ruffle Briggs, holy moly! With the raid of 59 players, welcome. Silence is a friend. Briggs, top to sell. Welcome. Briggs, thank you for the raid, my dude. That's incredibly kind of you. Seth King, welcome to the stream. We're just playing a new version of the Escape Artist, still in sort of pseudo-prototype phase, and I'm having a McDonald's, please forgive me. 830 Charles, welcome to the stream. I've travelled our Worms buddies over there. Ruffle Bricks, let's, I hope I'm all the follows now. Thank you for that follow. Let's just give shout out to Ruffle Bricks. Ruffle Bricks is a Worms speedrunner, Worms Armageddon Worms Will Party, and he's salt of the earth and a top guy as well. So, Bricks, thank you very much for that raid. If you guys do want to come and play, I can't remember what the room code is. But if you go to hackbox.ca, I can actually, hackbox.ca, and join with the room code JDKR, you'll come and join in if you fancy it. And you'll also be able to test out the adding new players in. So anyway, welcome everybody joining us from Ruffle Bricks' channel. No penalty for abstention as before, however, if you do not hit the target before the end of the round, or if there are not enough questions left for you to do so, you will be eliminated from the game. Same rules as you knew before. You have to demole my room. No problem, Bricks. Thank you for the raid. That's very, very kind of you. I'll catch up with you again soon. So, on we go. There's the target 55. That has been set by... Oh, hello, Natter. That shouldn't be able to happen. I don't know if you're going to be able to hit that tie. In fact, you won't, because there's only 50 points available. Ah, cool. That's something I need to fix. But, yeah. You shouldn't be able to come into the game. I'll be interested to see what actually happens if, yeah. But we'll see. I should fix that. You shouldn't be able to join the escape artist midway through. You won't be able to escape this round, so you might be eliminated on the first question, but you'll be able to continue on. Who had got the high score? Otley with 40. Right, fingers on hack boxes. Here is the first question. The Manx is a variety of which household animal? just about everybody attempted that question. The correct answer was cat. Dog, I can't accept, I'm afraid, H3O Charles. And I think you and Nat are due for elimination because it's not possible for you to hit the 55-point target because you didn't join in round 1. Actually, maybe I could make it so players can join midway through. It just means you're immediately eliminated. Thank you very much for playing, and you can continue in the background game. But for the front-facing game, it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Off you pop. Right. It says you require all remaining questions, but that's not true. Oh yeah, hey Seth King. You've got to join in on Hackbox rather than on the in the Twitch chat. Dogfish, welcome to the stream as well. On we go. Next question. The song "It Ain't Necessarily So" comes from which opera by George Gershwin? Of pieces here by George Gershwin coming in. The correct answer was Porgy and Bess, Rhapsody in Blues, effectively a piano concerto. Oklahoma's by Rodgers and Hammerstein. American in Paris is by George Gershwin. I don't believe it's an opera, though I might be wrong. Porgy and Bess is what we wanted. Well done if you got that. On we go. Question number 3. Target is still 55. Here it is. For 5 points. Which English playwright is famous for his Talking Heads series? Quite a few attempting that one. The correct answer is Alan Bennett. Shakespeare, Keats, and Arthur Miller, I'm afraid, are all incorrect answers. You're going to lose a life. Start you back up. Otley, you're 1 away from escaping. Just one more question gets you to that target of 55. Hopefully it's telling you that on your device as well, so you've got as much information as you need at any time. Good luck. Here's the next question for another 5 points. In human biology, the scapula and patella are both types of what? This is my bad. I'm going to need to do a lot of condoning here. Bone, but I didn't put bones down, so I can go bones, 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 bones. And it's done. Quick as that. That's a much better way of condoning stuff, and should still have your so Amy and Rich, when you are due for elimination, you shouldn't be eliminated now. You should have had an update on your Hackbox device as well. Joints I'm not going to accept. Well, I might do actually, but let me have a look. Patella. The largest sesamoid bone in the human body is located anterior to knee joint within the tendon. Okay, that's a bit vague. Large triangular shaped bone that lies in the upper back. No, I don't think the scapula. I don't think the scapula is a joint. It's the joints named similarly, are there? I'm not going to allow it, I think, but they are bones. Fair enough. I'm not going to allow it for now. Apologies, John. You're going to lose some points on that one. Let's light you back up. Hopefully, ABM and Reese won't be eliminated. Good. Otley, Aaron, Zeus, Arun, sorry, Zeus. You are 1 away from escaping. Fingers on Hackboxes. Here's the next question. Fashion, what are moccasins? Let's just opposite in this one out. The correct answer is they're shoes. Shoesies are. Shoes is what we wanted. Arun and Zeus and Otley, you have escaped. You may continue answering questions, but remember you are still at risk if you run out of lives, so do bear that in mind. AVMe and Reeswin, it says here you were due for elimination. I don't think you are, because you were both right. So let's see what happens. If you get eliminated, sorry, but I think that's probably just an error in the log. Let's find out. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's an error in the log, so just ignore me. Next question for 5 points. Riff, Inca, Ralph, 1 away from escaping. Here it is. The Gettysburg Address was made during which war? Most people attempting. Correct answer is American Civil War. American Civil is fine. American War of Independence is something different. American Civil is fine. US Civil is fine. American Civil is fine. War of 1812 I think is different. World War II is very different. And I know from last time American War of Independence is a different thing. 4-7, yeah. Civil, yeah, unfortunately too vague, I guess, NASA. Which is a shame. I can't override if you're in the lobby. Does ABME, Reese, and Alex, you due for elimination? ABME and Reese aren't, but Alex probably is. Thanks for playing, Alex, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Why is it still logging you two as being due for elimination? I must go and fix that. Right, Shapes and Clivy, you are one away from escaping. You're on buzzers. Here's the next question. Number 7 for 5 points. The Royal Northern College of Music is based in which city? Apart from... Oh no, we've got a couple getting it right, but there's a lot of sausage going on here. The correct answer is... It's Manchester. Manchester. York, Sheffield, London, Newcastle, Edinburgh, Leeds... York, London, Edinburgh, and Edinburgh are all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. Amy, Topvis, and Reese Wynn, you are due for elimination, apparently. And actually, yes, you are all wrong this time. Topper, I'm guessing it's because you there aren't enough questions left to get to 55. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Oh, Arun is still saying York, apparently. I guess that was late answering, possibly. We'll see what happens in a minute. Clive, you want away from escaping. Here's the next question. York. Yes, just York. Which author wrote Jurassic Park, Sphere, and Prey? Quite a few attempting. The correct answer is Michael Crichton. Grisham, X. Crichton Escape Monkey, yes, that's phonetical. Well, you can have that. GG, Bile, and Grisham and X are wrong answers. Arun, I'm just going to go into the inspector and make your pop-up bubble disappear. Just because it's going to get itself all out of sync. There we go. Fortunately, I can do that reasonably quickly. Michael Crichton was the answer. Colo, Pyro, Jers, Jack, Escape Minky, and PL Jogging. Apparently, you're due for elimination. I know I can donate Minky. But I don't know why Jogging's due for elimination. He got that one right. Unless... No, he can't be. Let's find out what happens when I press the button. If you're eliminated, thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. Colo, Jers, and Pyro are eliminated from play. Ianyo, Mark, Clivy, and Apodo, you are one away from escaping. Here's the next question. The character portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2013 film The Wolf of Wall Street. Quizzy Dan with the raid as well now. Welcome, Quizzy Dan Raiders. Dan, thank you for the raid. It's the night of all raids. Quite a few attempting this one. Jonathan, Quizzy Dan, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Thank you for that raid, Dan. The New Look Escape Artist is doing its thing. Correct answer. Jordan Belfort, York Wolf, and Billy Bucket are wrong answers. Jack, Escape Minky. Oh, hello. Jack, Escape Minky, and Peel Jogging, you are due for elimination. And I think it's actually right this time. No, Jack's not due for elimination. Jack got that one right. Anyway, Jogging and Escape Minky, thank you very much for playing, but it's the end of the road. It's lights out. So if you're in grey, and you've got one more question that you need to answer. If you're blue, you're already through. Watch out for those lives as well. Ianyo, Mark, Clivy, Apodo, Jack, Escape Minky, and Jogging. Not jogging, because you've been eliminated. Iano, Mark, Clivy, Apodo, and Jack, you are one away from escaping. Good luck. Here's the last question of the round. From which country do we get the dish ratatouille? Correct answer. Love France. Yeah, I bet it is. 73. Good. So, no one being eliminated on that question. How many people survived? 12 go through to the final. Very well played. For every life you've got left, we'll give you an extra 2 points. Let's go to the final. Round 3 is Survive. Zadster and Colonel Hanslander, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Answer the question as fast as you can. The first player to give a correct answer will start a 15-second countdown on all other players, during which time their points will be drained at an increasing rate. Answer the question correctly to stop your points being drained. If nobody answers the question within 15 seconds, all players will lose the maximum drain for the question. Your 3 lives have been replaced with refires. You may attempt every question once for free. Thereafter, it will cost you 1 of your refires. You may refire any question as many times as you like, but once they are exhausted, only your first answer will be accepted for the remainder of the round. If your points are depleted, you will be eliminated from the game. When only 1 player remains, that player is declared the winner. If more than 1 player remains after 10 questions, the player with the highest score is declared the winner. This is where the bugs happen. Good luck to you all. Drain rate is 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10. You must answer to stop your clock. Good luck. Here is the first question. What is the name of the largest airline company in Germany? And we have got a start there. It was Zeus. Clocks are on. And you're getting there eventually. No one needing a refi there. Lufthansa was the answer, and Zeus, the first to start the clock, manages to maintain his score. Very well played. Let's go on. Drain rate stays the same, 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10. Here's the second question. Don't like to get a speed round on my phone. Nun, Pitta, Tiger, and Soda are all time what to do. Tinker that time. And everyone has got there. All types of bread or breads. And if you got that, well done, Inca, on starting the clock. I'm not sure about the immediate pull away, because it means we can't see who started the clock. Also, it doesn't update your device to tell you someone started, because at the moment it would clear your text box in the middle of typing something, which would be really annoying. There's a follow. Who's that following me there? It is El Kabong84. Thank you very much for the follow. And 830 Charles, thanks for that follow earlier on as well. Much appreciated. On we go to our next question. Same drain rate. Last one at this drain rate. After this, it goes up. Yes, the audience should have refires puzzled down. Yes, they should. Up to 3 for the whole round. Good luck. Here's the next question. Which singer allegedly grew up on a Christmas tree farm in Pennsylvania? It's Zeus this time. I'm getting there just at the last minute. Apoda getting there as well after I think the clock had stopped. Taylor Swift is the answer we were after there. I need to write a separate player editor to condone in this round. I've been very careful with the alts that are accepted. But yeah, at the moment, if you're wrong in this round, I can't go back and override it because it's a slightly more complex thing because I need to overwrite it to a certain point. But yeah, all of those are wrong, I'm afraid. Let's light you back up. Next question. Drain rate increases 1 point per second up to a maximum of 15. Here it is. UK car has the number plate AG04NOV. What is the earliest month in which it could have been issued? And Ralph has got there. Clocks are on. Refis are available. Just Ralph getting to the answer. It's March is what we wanted there. Let me just have a look through the log at some of the wrong answers. We've got an April, 2003, January, April, August, January, May, January, November, April, and August. Yeah, because of the weird way we do things in this country, number plate start dates are in March and in September. So the NOV is a complete red herring. 04 means it would have been plated from March to September. March to August, rather, 2004. Well done, Ralph. The only one to start the clock there. Let's start you back up. Still a maximum of 15. How are we doing score-wise? I think it's Ralph who's leading at the moment with 66. I need to debug that as well. Top 3 after every question. Zeus, I think, in second was 64. No one in imminent danger of dropping out yet, but let's see how you got on with this next question. This time around, not the answer. In which sport are the terms apron and divot used? It's Inca this time. I need to put a space in between the number and points and the number and refires in my log. Snooker and croquet are incorrect. Golf is what we wanted there. Well done to Inca on starting that clock. Let's light you back up. Drain rate is still 1 point per second for this question, and then it will increase again. Maximum of 15 points if you don't get an answer. Jack is in danger territory. If he doesn't get a right answer here, he will be eliminated. Good luck. Here's the question. Claire, Lee, Faye, H and Lee, 5 minutes of whistle, and Zeus is starting the clock. You're now out of refires, going for Bewitched is not the right answer. It was Steps is what we wanted. The Zeus answering the question before it had even been asked. Very impressive there. We've still got everyone in play. Let's light you back up. Zeus now with the lead, 59. No, sorry, Ralph's got the lead, 62. I really need to debug that. Then Zeus, then it's Sotley down in the corner with 54. Quite a few refires have been used up, but a number of players do still have them. Drain rate is now 1 point per 0.75 seconds, up to a maximum of 20. Jack, Ianyo, and just Jack and Ianyo are in danger of being eliminated here if they don't give a right answer. Good luck. Here's the question. In mathematics, what A is the highest point of a solid relative to its base? Otley's got there first. Ooh. Thank you. Ianyo's out of points. I've now got Chicken McNugget share box after I've had my apple pie. Fucking hell. Altitude is not the right answer, I'm afraid. It was Apex. Apex is what we wanted there. I can't condone altitude, I'm afraid. And a Yanyo out of refires there and now out of point. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Still a maximum of 20 at stake here. Jack, Mark, Clive, all in danger of elimination. Good luck. Here's the next question. Which actor battles aliens in the films Independence Day and Men in Black? Inca's there. Oh, hang on. These are cheese bites. I didn't think they looked like the right shape. Best in bites. Will Smith. The now cancelled Will Smith. Everyone who attempted getting it right. Let's move on. Last question, where the drain rate is 0.75 seconds up to a maximum of 20. Good luck. Here it is. The hippopotamus is indigenous with the continent. Inca's there. Africa, and either you've all gotten a lot better or I didn't write particularly challenging questions 2 and a bit years ago. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players to look at the final question. Zeus has got the lead, followed closely by Otley, followed by Inca. And Ralph is also in the joint lead. Oh, I really need to debug that. But here's how this question works. 1 point per half a second, the max is infinity. What this means is if no one answers it in the first 15 seconds, then all of your clocks will start counting down, and the only way to stop it is by answering it correctly. Basically, you have to work out this last puzzle, which I have rewritten and is now new. So, if you can get this one right, and you have the highest score, then you are the escape artist. Let's find out what happens. Good luck. What relation to me is my cousin's uncle's brother's niece's grandmother? Reply is available. Arun has got there. Locks are on. Zeus has got there at 46. It's going to be his game. And I need to do the speed up method at the end for when players have got no refills left. A lot of answers come there. It's grandmother. You go through it. What relation to me is my cousin's uncle's brother's niece's grandmother. So my cousin, let's call her Becca. Her uncle would be Uncle Dom, whose brother is her dad, but also you go Uncle Tony. His niece is Maria, who is my sister, and her grandmother, my grandmother. My cousin's uncle's brother's niece's grandmother. Oh, there you go. Unfortunately, Jack oh shit, me! No! My nuggets of power. Fine. Jack, Inca, Mark, Clive, and Apodo, thanks for playing, but it's the end of the road and it's lights out. So, at the end of all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players have survived, but only one can be the escape artist. And in this case, with 46 points, our champion is Zeus. GG. You got a nugget. You can have a nugget, Zeus, if you like. Yeah. If I press it one more time, it should add them to the database. Data written to drive. Cool. So, pennies added on. Hopefully it shows you your final scores and whatnot. Lots of winners this time on Takeshi's Castle. No, it just does the same thing with all the cell doors closed. Actually, I quite like the idea that people can join midway through but face immediate elimination. So, what do you think? Because I started that on Tuesday. As a sort of demonstration to myself of how much more, say, competent, but slightly more competent. Yeah. I work quick, I guess. Yeah, it's... To be fair, Topper, I already had the idea of the game. I didn't have to do any format changes or anything, so it was just, you know, making it out of the box. If there's no jiggery pokery, and there's, you know, a lot. I mean, the assets. Well, the cells aren't, but the studio assets are the same. The warehouse asset I had, the mountain asset I had lying around and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I think it looks like I made it in 3 days. I mean, I could make the UI a bit more snazzy, but thank you for your your words of surprise. Oh, you're very kind. If you want a closer look around this studio, oh no, I can't do that. If I pop this into here, is there any sensitive data here? I don't think so. So yes, there's the rolling fog through this this very, very long warehouse. Yeah. I think the bricks might be a bit big relative to the cells. Oh, thank you, darling. And then yeah, I've got my flaming barrels and my discarded paper. These are static now, so the frame rate's probably a lot better. And then out into the mountains, and you can see the building. Who else is just floating? But yeah, I quite like the skybox as well. It's quite pretty. Anyway, yeah, well done, Zeus. You are the escape artist. On that, the older pack from over 2 years old now. But... So where do they piss? That's a good question. I look forward to reading any comments you might have in the suggestions section of the Discord, which you can come and join right here. But yeah, I know it's not. Hackbox is really good for multiple choice games, but for typing games, I think opinion is divided. So I did want to try this because I wanted to redo the Escape Artist anyway, because the other one was held together with strings and Pritt stick. This one's a bit more robust, a bit more easily editable, maintainable, and in Unity 2020, so hopefully it won't crash. The Cryptex no, it's a completely different mountain, actually. The Cryptex Mountains are... I'm not sure where the Cryptex Mountains came from, actually. They might be in the Rome pack that game uses. Can't remember, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, hope you liked it. Say the questions were maybe a little easy, perhaps, in places, but yeah, I haven't done closing credits either. Yeah, so I'll just play the theme tune again, if you like, and then we'll go do Spacey 4 game. An open world where you can explore all of the 70s world. Or on just a chair, Persephone's living room, maybe. Cool. There we go. Right. Spacey 4 game time. Let me stop that build. I'm quite happy with how that went. So I was still making tweaks up until like 7:45. I thought, right, I'm not doing any more. Obviously, there's still some stuff wrong with it. Not convinced on the pans, particularly on round 3, because it means you can't see who locked in first. So that's something I would like to tweak. My logs are not quite right yet. I also need to do the player editor. I need to do the version control, and I need to do the condoning answers in round 3, and I need to do titles and credits. Oh, pennies, I have done pennies. I need to fast track the final survive when they're out of refires. R3 debugs, general player editor. Yeah, so there's a few bits. But I wanted to get an outside airing because I don't really need any feedback on the game theory aspect of it, because it's much as it was, but on the new visuals and the Hackbox interface, that would be most helpful. Left or right? I'm just going to eat all of these. I am. So, remind you again, I ain't here on Saturday. I've got a gig that I am singing at. Puccini Messa de Gloria and Vaughan Williams Symphony on Carols and a few other bits. I should probably put them myself first, shouldn't I? So yeah, that's coming up on Tuesday. Why are you taking those out and putting them on my desk? So Saturday I'm not going to be here. But, Player 2 Lewis, welcome to the stream. In my absence, Topper is going to be here on Saturday night. Let me give a shout out to Topper. In fact, he's doing a double header this weekend. Whee! Out you go. Out you go, A-Beamy. Yeah, go give Topper a little follow, because on Saturday and Sunday, he is streaming both nights at 8 PM GMT. He's going to be doing Checklist as written by me on Saturday and Slam as written by Clive. And then on Sunday, he's got Elimination by JC Eurovision Fan and Rebound by Samson. So doubleheader this weekend with Topper. I am not here on Saturday. I will be back on Tuesday next week. Before all that, though, birthday boy from yesterday, Ash the Bash, is going to be kicking off the 12 days of Quizmas tomorrow. It is December, so Ash and myself, we do this every year. We have a little quizzing connection at Quizmas, and we do 6 streams each, and we have fabulous prizes, and I think we probably need to touch base about what they are and what the rules are. We'll do that tomorrow at some point, I've no doubt. So Ash is kicking off the first day of Quizmas tomorrow over on his channel, twitch.tv/AT_bash. I'm not going to say a word about what to expect. It's all a big surprise. I'm doing the second day of Quizmas on Tuesday, and then we sort of alternate a bit from there. So, oh, bad luck, Jack. Where's the magic button? There it is. As you fall into... Indeed you do. Now, what about me? Next week, Second day of Quizmas on Tuesday, so no stream Saturday. Second day of Quizmas on Tuesday is Plinko the Quiz to warm up. Then it's Quizmas game number 1, and that's going to be supplemented by Red Herrings. That is not the Quizmas game. Well, it's the second day of Quizmas, but my Quizmas day number 1. Supplemented by Red Herrings. So, not sure what the other game is going to be. You'll have to wait and see. Next Thursday, if you're just here on the midweek stream, a set game to start and The Purge by Brian. Incidentally, Red Herrings, I think, is Lupine on the first day of Quizmas. That is not the Quizmas game, though. I'm just checking. Red Herrings by the Lupine One. I'm not even sure I'm going to say who the author is for the Quizmas game. I'll leave that as a surprise for the day, though it may be in public forum somewhere. I'll go away in surreality, Alex. Thank you. In surreality, Alex. Cool name, but is bot. Who are we going? Riff or jogging? It's Riff! You've won 270 pennies! Well done, my raccoon friend. 270 pennies to you. Let's update that, and there we go. Well done, Riff. Winning the Spacey 4 game right there. So yeah, next Thursday, set game of The Purge by Brian. I might also do, see if we can catch up on Brian's Danger Zone pack, which, oh, again, there's the call for again from Ianyo. Come on then, let's go one more. So Danger Zone might make an appearance next Thursday as well. Saturday week, so... not this Saturday because I'm not here, as I might have mentioned. I know I keep repeating it, but it does bear repeating. Go and watch Topper instead. Crossfire to start off on Saturday week, and then the probably the 4th day of Quizmas. It might be the 5th by that point. My second Quizmas game anyway, and then apparently Spotlight as well. So lots of things to look forward to over the coming days. And of course, I'm very aware that there's new games that I've done recently. Have I gone in on this one? I have. Like the Mole, I want to bring the Mole out again at some point. Now the Escape Artist is all new and fresh, and that needs a few more goes in and other things as well. So all of the things happening. Then I need to bring Ven back at some point. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just fundamentally I wasn't happy with how it sort of ended up, but that's the way it goes. Anyway, the raid message is going to be Tiny Shapes. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Have you ever caught a Viennetta, Ben?
I've never caught a Viennetta. I don't think I have. I do like a Viennetta, though. Who are we going to raid? We've got a few people to choose from tonight, actually. Although Twitch have recently redone all... Did I win that one? No, I didn't. Oh, well. Redone all their things, so I can't see my followers, like, easily. Tej, ESA... Spoon, Mendez, Flagin, Supersonic. Let's go raid, because we've had a couple of raids tonight. It'd be good to pass on the love. Let's go raid Flagin Lounge. He's a Vice City speedrunner. One of the friendliest people I've ever had the pleasure of talking to on Twitch. He's been going for a while, but looks like he's still going. He's got a decent audience, actually. So we'll go give him a raid, and we will say #TinyShapes. In the meanwhile, I won't be able to hang around because I've got to go and do a thing with certain Ash and score count for a certain thing that might be coming up that I might be taking part in at some point. Maybe, possibly. So yeah, that's going to happen in a bit. It's Jogging Topper, Jers and Shapes left for the final roll of pennies. I was going to do Beat the Beat tonight, but I feel like I don't want to push my luck. So, and also I'm aware that the guys are waiting for me, so... Sorry, Scott. So, 2 going right, 1 going left. Jers, which way is it going to be? Going left, we are splitting the room. It's Jogging versus Topper for 270 pennies. Is the pendulum strat not working? It's almost like it's random, like it's not predetermined. Right. Oops, no, I didn't actually want to click it. Oh, actually, I did because I need to copy the URL. Let's do that. Oops. Refresh. Oh, you've both gone right. Oh, we could have a rollover next time. Or we could go again right now. Oh, we get another go now. Very exciting. Right, Tiny Shapes is going to be the raid message. I think I said everything I need to. First day of Quizmas with Ash tomorrow. Go and see Topper on Saturday and Sunday over the weekend. because I'm not here, but he's doing a double header at 8 p.m. GMT on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be back Tuesday next week with the second day of Quizmas, Plinko and Red Herrings. And all will be well. And the winner is Topper! You have won 270 pennies. Bumper-ish street tour. Finally, he says. Finally. Well done indeed. Let's refresh the app and update those there. Well done. We don't have to roll it over either, so that's nice. Good. Let's go back to just cam. Oh, and turn that camera on as well would help. So, thank you all very much for playing tonight. Thank you to our writers, to Proves for Moneybox and to Toot for proofing it. To Samster for proofing my pyramid pack, which I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you enjoyed it. And thank you to Past Ben, I suppose, for that Escape Artist pack. And well done to Zeus on being the Escape Artist champion. I'll make sure all those pennies are working, but you should have got pennies for the game. Look forward to reading your feedback in the server, the suggestions channel, on what you think of new Hackboxified Escape Artist. Bear in mind, it's still semi-prototypey and isn't quite finished yet. We are going to raid Flagin Lounge, and we are going to say hashtag Tiny Shapes. He's a good guy. So let's just go and say that, and all will be well. Thank you all for watching. Won't see you at the weekend. I'll be with you. So I might catch Topper on Sunday because I haven't got a quiz because of the bloody football. But I might. I certainly won't be here on Saturday, but I'll be with you in spirit. So enjoy my check this pack, and I'll enjoy what you got on the VOD. Until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And as ever, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out. And good night.